Welcome or welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. My name's Jen and I'm on a journey to pay off £27,000 worth of debt with a goal to pay off £10,000 in this year in 2022. However, things have changed slightly and I am now on a journey to very quickly raise £2,000 to find a new home to live in. So also quick apologies about the state of my nails. It has been the most stressful week of my life. Well, that's not true, but it's been a very stressful week and I haven't had a chance to take off the nail varnish from last week. So firstly, apologies for that. So also apologies for the rather dramatic thumbnail and title of this video. I couldn't think of another way to succinctly put our current situation. So what I'm going to do is I am going to crack on with the normal sort of business of reviewing our week and stuff, and then we will get into the crux of everything that's been happening when we get to the cash. So first things first, the affirmation. This affirmation last week I used every single day, multiple times a day this week. It's actually not saved my life, that's overly dramatic, but it's helped me out a lot. So I am capable of amazing things, and I've proved this week that both myself and my husband are capable of amazing things. So then this week's affirmation is I have unlimited potential. Cool, yeah, it's a good one. I say cool. I've got a bit of an issue with the word potential personally, based on just school, I guess. When I was at school, all of my report cards would say things like, Jenny has so much potential, if only she'd, and it'd be followed by things like, stay still, keep quiet, pay attention, all of that sort of stuff. And my whole like working life and everything like that, it's like, oh, you've got so much potential. But then I crumble under, pressure and overwhelm. So I have an issue with the word potential, but however, this is still true for everybody. We have unlimited potential. We do really. It's just unfortunate that that's a complete trigger word for me. So let's pop that down there. Again, excuse me, it's a bit early in the morning. I needed to start the video early. I say early, it's not that early. It's about 9:45. But I needed to get the video done and out to you wonderful people, although you probably won't see it till this evening, because I need to bake my son's birthday cake and it's going to take me all day and all night. So yeah, the video needed to get done early. So let's have a very, very quick spend review for the week. We'll look at the budget a bit later. Everything's going to be a little bit out of routine this week. So do bear with. So last week, Friday, I already told you wonderful people about the wedding. It was fabulous. The bride, is now on her honeymoon and is having a whale of a time. I actually woke up to a WhatsApp message this morning of her sharing her first espresso martini of the holiday, which was really lovely. She's like on the other side of the world, but yeah, oh yeah, really sweet, and it meant an awful lot to me. I'm feeling a bit awkward actually about this video because I haven't told her what's happening with the house. And I want to say to her, don't watch this week's video if you're thinking about it, but she's on her honeymoon. So yeah, awkward, but never mind. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge. So yeah, we spent vape that day as well. And then we bought a bit on pets, and I covered all that last week. So this week, just a bit out of buffer on Sunday. I had to buy some more vape juice on Monday because I am vaping like a trooper because of the stress. Tuesday was lush. It was my son's birthday. He's 11, by the way. Somebody asked on one of the questions. I thought I may as well not hang around to the Q&A. He's 11, just turned 11. And we went and had that family meal that he asked us for. And it was great. We all had 3 courses. And it was kind of like a last hurrah, because moving forward, we're going to have this much money for anything fun. So anyway, it was lush, and we also spent £10 out of the birthday cash to get chocolates for their class, because every single child in primary school now has to take sweets and chocolates when it's their birthday. It was never a thing when I was at school, but yeah, it's a thing. So that's the first time he's actually done it, because we figured he's year 6, so he's not going to do it again. So yeah, we spent 10 quid on that. I went to the quiz on Wednesday. I nearly didn't go because I was feeling so rotten, but then I realised that that's what friends are for in hard times. And these particular friends have always been super supportive of me, even on days where my depression is like hideous and I can't even talk. They're like, come anyway. We don't care if you just sit there and stare into the abyss. Just come. They're the best. I might cry. They are honestly just all of my friends. I don't know how, I've always questioned it all the time. Like, how am I so deserving of such wonderful friends? And I know that's daft, and I can hear Budget Me Right say, thinking you need to be kinder to yourself. But yeah, I am forever grateful for all of my friends. They're just brilliant. Oh my gosh, I'm actually tearing up. This week's been very stressful. And then yeah, yesterday, Thursday, I bought some emergency crisps for my rain and spent £45 on the birthday cake. Yes, they cost that much. I will show you it when I finished it. Fingers crossed it turns out all right. So that was it for spending. So what I'm going to do now, rather than jump into the budget, because everything's a bit kind of all over the place, I'm going to jump straight into hyperjar. So I'll just grab that now. Okay, so we're going back to the old format with hyperjar. I just need to lean back so my forehead isn't in the reflection down there. Right, so we are doing, what are we doing? Oh, I haven't even moved. There's 27p left in buffer. So I'm just going to pop that into family meal. And I'm just going to whiz through all of the normal weekly stuff, buffer, groceries and petrol. So I'll just quickly do that now for you all. Cool, so that's those three topped up then. So we've got £10 in buffer, £70 in groceries and £30 into petrol. So we've got £40 left to stuff. That is going into family fun. Is now only going to be getting £10 a week, which is actually, you know, quite a lot really. Don't need to have that much money going into family fun each week. But yes, the new budget is extremely tight, so that's just going to be getting £10 each week from now on. O Stuff is getting £10 because there's absolutely nothing in there and there's so many bits and bobs coming up. He's got his residential trip in a few weeks. Probably will have kids' birthdays, that sort of stuff. So we do need £10 in O Stuff just to keep us ticking over. And then finally, that should leave us with £20. It does. That is going into the jar that I got rid of a long time ago. So I've reintroduced the vape jar. I'm not going to argue with it at the moment. I'm just not. It is what it is. So yeah, wants and needs has gone. And I'm just going to actually admit the addiction and face it head on, and yeah, £20 for vape. So that is it. So we've condensed a lot of these jars due to the new budget. So yeah, there you go. That's our new hyperjar layout. So I am now going to jump in to do some cash, and we will of course be starting with the penny challenge. So here we go, penny challenge and our dear floss. Oh, I'm so embarrassed about these nails. I'm so sorry. Right, so let's have a look at what we've got. I've actually got quite a lot of change. This is off the back of, I think out of my spending money, I only had like 15p change, and then the rest of it is off the back of the birthday cake stuff from yesterday. I was very proud of myself actually. I managed to get across the other side of town and pick up all the cake decorating stuff, then come back into my area of town to pick up the baking stuff, and then go to another shop to pick up some other baking bits that Aldi didn't have. And I managed to do all that in 45 minutes last night in a panic, whilst my son was at his first ever Scouts meeting. Oh, he did look super cute in that beret, if you remember. Right, so anyway, so we have got £1, £2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 96. £2.96 into our floss. I'll just quickly pop that in her now. Right, let's have a look at what we're going to do. I'm going to keep going top to bottom. So 296 minus 66 minus 67 minus 6. Oh, no. 296 minus 66 minus 67 minus 68. And then 95, yeah. So I'll do 66, 67, 68, and 95. Lovely jubbly. So that is the penny challenge done for this week. And now I'm just going to grab my personal binder and we'll do that bit of spending first before we get into the gritty conversation. Right, here we go. So we have got into here today, we are popping £15 into going out. I actually have a day out with my friends for next Saturday, so that will make a start for that. Gym is getting £5. I didn't make it to the gym this week, just with everything going on. It just didn't happen. I'm not beating myself up about it. Oh, sorry if you just heard a big bang. My husband's up in the loft clearing stuff out. I'm not going to beat myself up about the fact that I didn't go to the gym. I've been doing an awful lot, and so yeah, bothered. Me not. Hair is getting £10. So pop that in there. And Out and About is getting £5, which I normally do when I do the penny challenge. But because I'm all out of kilter today, I forgot. So this very lovely, look at that, beautiful, £5 is going to go to one side. I'm going to pop that in my purse later. But yes, again, no dice rolling this week, I am afraid. So with that business out of the way, let's get into the business. So in this tray, you will see I have got quite a lot of money and some placeholders. So I'm just going to quickly count this for you and then we will talk. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490, 500 and 10. So £510 there. Oh, where to begin? Okay, so basically, my landlady came to see us on Sunday just gone, to let us know that due to a change in her own personal circumstances, she needs to move back into the house that we are living in. This has been our home for 11 years. I got ready for my wedding here. We brought our son here when he was born. We actually moved in when I was pregnant. It was about 2 months before I was due to give birth, we moved in. We've, brought in pets and lost pets here. Yeah, it's been our home. And she came around on Sunday and said, yeah, I need the house back and I want to be back in within 2 months. 2 months. So cool. At the time I was being very diplomatic and reasoned and hearing it from her point of view. Obviously her circumstances are just so sad, and yes, she needs her house back and there is no question about that. So yeah, and then afterwards when she left, I collapsed. I was hyperventilating, everything, a massive overwhelm, meltdown, whatever you want to call it. It was really hard. However, I have been faced with many situations like this in my lifetime. When I was little, I think we moved about 4 or 5 times, and then in my early adulthood, I moved about 7 times. And one of those was a quick bin bag move, grab what you can from a not very nice boyfriend. So, and that was actually the funnest move because I didn't have to actually think or care about what I was packing. I just literally swept it into a bag. But yeah, so yeah, and 3 redundancies as well. So I'm quite well versed at tackling and dealing with a crisis. So that is fine. So what's happened then since then? So 2 months is clearly not long enough for us to be able to even contemplate buying anywhere. Not that we have a deposit, but there was a question as to whether we get a 100% mortgage, which nobody would like to really have one of those. We saw how that went in the early noughties. So yeah, so buying was completely out of the question. So it was right, we need to rent. Literally Sunday evening, I was on Rightmove and I was booking places to go and view. So we've actually seen, so it's Friday today. On Monday, we saw one place. On Tuesday, we saw another place. On Wednesday, we saw 2 places. So 4 places we went to visit, and the 4th one was the one. So we managed to find and put down a holding deposit on and start all the referencing for a new house within 3 days. So go us. I'm very proud of us for that. So yeah, I have taken the time that I need to manage my mental health, but there will definitely be a blip at some point. I've noticed in the past that when changes like this happen, I'm very focused on what needs to be done and getting a clear plan. And then when things have settled and I'm in the new situation, then after a couple of months, that's when it all hits me. So I'm expecting that and I'm prepared for that. So when I have a major dip at some point in a few months, I'm not going to be scratching my head going, where's this come from? I know for a fact it's because of everything that's happening right now. So yeah, so fingers crossed that all goes through. We've gone through the referencing. We're just waiting on the final kind of checks and balances from the estate agents and the landlords, and fingers crossed we will be in before the end of October, which is cool. I've told my son he's okay. The one kind of really big part that sucks about all of this is that we quite possibly will have to rehome our dog, which is so sad. So my husband's mum has said that she will take the dog for a couple of months, just to kind of, you know, ease the pressure off of us having to deal with the move and thinking about his future. So we'll cross that bridge in a couple of months' time when we're settled. But I can't. So let's actually talk money, shall we? This is why we're all here. I need to I need to condense absolutely everything that we have, as well as pull pretty much every last penny that we have got spare out of my husband's paycheck and my paycheck, to raise the money that we need for the house. So we want to find £2,000 that will cover our deposit and our first month's rent just. Or if we don't need to do that due to the way that the money and the payments work out, it will cover the deposit and furniture, and then my next salary in October will cover the rent. So our current rent here is only £600 a month. The rent in the new place is going to be £1,050. That's a whole £450 a month more than what we're paying here, which sucks because I overhauled the whole budget not long ago, and I was going to give you a really cool video about everything, and now it's all gone out the window. But yeah, it is what it is. That's the cheapest we can find around here. It's disgusting. Everywhere is around £1,000, either just under or just over, and that's for, you know, quite a small place, but the place that we found is absolutely brilliant. We're very fortunate to find it for the money. But yeah, it sucks. So it just means that we're not going to be able to put as much into our debt. And then rolling down the line, we're not going to be able to put as much into saving for our future. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to pay off someone else's mortgage and put an extra bit of money in their pocket. So go us. Not that I'm bitter at all about the situation. Right, money. Come on, Jen, focus on the money. So we need to empty everything. And then redistribute. So let's start with short term. So I don't know what's left. Let me just weigh this down. I don't know what's left in exciting things. 30. So we're going to take 30. Oh, I tell you what I do need to do first of all is grab my little thing I'm keeping the notes on. Right, so I have a new envelope for home, and I'm just going to keep a note of everywhere where we're getting the money from. So I need to write on here that we got 30 from exciting things, because what I want to do is at some point, if we are able to pay this money back to ourselves, I want to be able to do that. So exciting things, we have taken out 30. Clothes, we are taking out 10. Clubs, we are taking out 5. And school holidays, we're taking out 70. I was really proud last week, wasn't I, that I was already saving for Christmas holiday. School hall, 70. Needs must. The amazing thing is that I think we're going to be able to raise the money just out of what we've got in the binders, which is crazy because prior to this budgeting thing, we would have absolutely no money available in our overdraft. Even if we needed to go into that, we wouldn't have any of this money here. I would be having to borrow to be able to make this move. So the fact that we can do this is testament to this entire system, really. Car. I will save you the discomfort of me having to wipe all this off. I will do that off camera and cry a little to myself. So car has 50, 100, 120, 130. Car 130. Oh, this is the heartbreaking one, guys. Christmas. The £400 that we did have saved for Christmas in our bank is also being moved. So I'm genuinely really gutted about that. It was the first time that I'd ever saved enough money for Christmas. Oh, right, I can't make this be down. I don't want to depress you, right? Tech is 50, 70, 85. Tech is 85. And our Help to Buy ISA, that's the good thing about Help to Buy over a LISA, is that we have got access to this money whenever we need it, and we need it. So 150, 70, 90 pounds is coming out of our Help to Buy as well. It's literally everything that we have. I might put these placeholders, I may as well put these placeholders with the, where they are, 50 and 100. Cool. So yeah, so that's the Help to Buy, and I'm going to have to get rid of that as well. Oh, thank God for this, eh? So this was to keep me on track to make sure that I reach the 10k debt payoff goal, and we should make it as long as we can keep paying our minimum payments. So phew, glad I did that. Freedom is empty because that relates to the actual Freedom Challenge. This, sadly, you know what's coming. This is coming out too. So 35 out of that one. I'm gonna have to keep a track of this now. Let's get a calculator. 35 plus. At least I hadn't stuffed loads of this. That would have been heartbreaking. Even more so. 30 plus 25. 90 pounds. So Freedom plus 90. Cool. So in the big chunk of money that I counted earlier, there was included in that £20 from the sale of a hedge trimmer and £80 from the sale of my husband's headphones that he uses for his music. He writes music, but he uses his AirPods now anyway, rather than his headphones. So he sold his headphones. So that was an extra £100 on top of 510 that had come in from the budget. I've just realised that I've missed one off of here, and it's coming from my self-care binder. Whatever money that we take, we will try and put back, and we will prioritise self-care things. So sadly, that is all of my retreat money. So 50, 100, 20, 45, 145 from retreat. I also need to include my husband's headphones because that was out of his spending money originally, his self-care money. So this probably won't add up to this, will it? I'll figure that all out in a sec. So let's count all of this up and see where we're at. Let's order this quickly. 50s. Sorry if this is a bit all over the place today, everybody, and thank you for bearing with me if you still are. Bit of a weird one. Right, so I don't know why I put it all together and I can't count it like that. So let's start with these ones. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 600, 650, 700, 750, 800, 850. So you've got 850 there, 850. And then in 20s, we have got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 760, woo, This is a lot of money, isn't it? Wow. I can't believe this. How have we even got this much money? Oh, wow. Geez. Okay, so I don't need to worry about this move at all, do I? And then in tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 120. Please, if I've done any of this maths wrong, tell me. This is so important I get this right. And then in fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Wowzers, trousers. So we wanted to be able to raise 2,000. Oh, I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. We've actually got £1,765 just in our binder and across our savings. I am genuinely speechless by that. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that since being told on Sunday, so under a week ago, we have managed to find somewhere and raise the money that we need. I am genuinely speechless. We've got a little bit more to come out when I get paid next week, and that should take us up to that 2,000. Have I counted that right? I don't know. I'm not going to recount it all again now. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I will figure this all out later. So yeah, so this now all needs to go into the home envelope. What I'm going to do is I might condense some of these placeholders though. So if I take out all the actual cash, sorry, slightly disorganized today. Right, so these are the placeholders from the actual thing. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 590. So yeah, I'm going to swap these 5 for a 500 placeholder. Cool. So 550, 70, 90. Yeah, 590. I'll keep all those placeholders at the back actually because it saves it from getting all in a muddle. This isn't going to fit, is it? Oh yeah, it does. Cool, that's chunky. I'm just thinking, like, if this was any other time, if I was like unstuffing for savings or something, or paying off debt, I'd be like so excited about holding this much money. And it does feel great to hold this much money, but because it's a completely different circumstance, it's a little bit bittersweet. But never mind. So that is it, actually. I have made all new envelopes for my binder, my main yellow binder, so that they're all consistent, because I needed to add in some additional new envelopes like emergency, future, what else have we got that's new, dentist, annual bills, back to school, and this was all off the back of the full rebudget that we did. So I'll swap these out in a bit, so when you see me next week, although to be fair, the only thing we're going to be stuffing again next week is this one, I will have all new binders. So I don't think I will run through the budget with you guys. I think you've already stuck with me enough. The long and the short of it is, actually, yeah, let me grab it. So what I was going to say was, the long and short of it is, my husband's salary's come in, child benefit. Oh, I didn't mention, we've already paid £242 off of the deposit, which is the holding fee for the deposits. That's already gone. That came out of Christmas. Ah, that's why there's more money than I think there is, because, oops, only 240. I'll sort this out off camera. But Christmas, I stuffed the whole 400. But that is actually minus 242. So I will sort that out. I'll make that balance. I won't put you through the torture of having to do that now. It's lucky that we looked at the budget. So yeah, and then so we had 100 extra come in from the things that we've sold, and 242 come in from our savings pot. And then our bills are 1,100. I'm going to put some into my son's spending. Husband's had his spending, which I think we should actually call self-care money. £10 going to the bank for me to pay my friend for booking the day out that we've got next week. 150 went into hyperjar, 535 went into cash in total. I think it's actually 545. I think we had an extra £10. And then yeah, 324 in other expenses has come out. So that's the bit that I owe to the credit card. I also had to buy some emergency clothes from Next. So I need to pay that off because I put it on the account to try it on and then send it back. So yeah, I need to pay that. And yeah, so our ending balance for this week will actually be 47.16. And then next week I get paid and we'll stuff more into home. So yeah, it's a bit of a slight swear, arse about face video, but needs must, it just is at the minute. So thank you so much if you have all stuck with this. I mean, it was a long one and it was a bit all over the place, so yeah, huge thank you if you have stuck with it. So this week's affirmation is, I have unlimited potential. And you do. It's just all about finding what you love and the right balance. So I love you all, guys, and I will see you later in the week with the Q&A video. So drop some questions down below if you haven't already. Yeah, love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.